say about this. Michael Jackson was always an innocent man. He always was. There is no reason for people to say he wasn't. And those very, 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 I'm going to stress this, the very rumors about Michael Jackson was just all bullshit. Michael Jackson would never abuse children. He wouldn't have it in him to do that. Because he's actually a nice guy. Always helpful. Always wanting to help people. And it feels like the whole world lost a real one. Michael Jackson was a real one. A real one for being there for like the whole entirety of the very community, or the very various communities, and what have you. Like, you can't expect a man such as Michael Jackson to have anything bad on him. Like, you can't find dirt on Michael. Genuine dirt. The guy is a fucking saint, for Zeus' sake. The man ain't done nothing wrong. At all. At all. And people want to be, oh, let's make Michael Jackson a bad guy. Like, come on, man. Michael Jackson was an absolute gem of a, and like an absolute gem and a fine human being. He earned his spot. Like he absolutely earned the right to call himself the king of pop, because the dude rightfully earned the royal spot. Like, come on, man. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with Michael Jackson at all. I mean, sure, he may be autistic, but Michael Jackson was always a nice guy, always a decent dude, always a real one. If you had a problem with him, you just had to go up and tell him to his face if you had a problem with him or not. He wouldn't have walked away from somebody wanting to confront him over some stupid bullshit. But I'm just saying, Michael was a real one. The realest one in all of the entertainment business. Like, you have like these fake ass superstars that are self-proclaimed nice people, while you have a real one such as the king of pop being so generous, you never, ever, ever, ever see somebody going out of their way, all the way out of their way, to do something nice for a community. And for that, I have nothing, absolutely nothing, not a fucking thing but respect for the king of pop. I have nothing but respect for the man. The guy is a real one. Legit. He's a legit superstar in every fucking sense of the word. All that dirt that they try to hit him with, they try to drag his name through the mud. But he still stayed strong. That has definitely, and I'm serious, that seriously earned every bit of my respect. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. The king of pop has earned every ounce of respect. Every ounce of respect I got for him. He was a real one. He was one of the realest people in Hollywood. More than I can say the same for these fake ass, oh well, why don't I help out somebody and just dip out on being useful to the community, because unlike every single superstar, he never had an ego. He was a real one. He was the realest dude in the business. In a cutthroat business that'll eat you alive, he played it smart. You don't get anywhere by playing it stupid. While other arrogant, cocky superstars were running around, running their mouth about, oh, I made it big, I made it big, I made it big. Shut your fucking ass up. You ain't made it big until you survive with the biggest dogs in the yard. That's been there for 40 or 50 years. You ain't made it until you can survive long enough to have the right to brag about surviving long enough to hang with the biggest dogs in the yard. Those who have ever been in the spotlight, most of those dudes fizzle because their management takes advantage of them. And then some. Like, you have newbies like today's musicians. You have a lot of these musicians these days being like, oh, why don't I just try to get into the music business and screw up your own chance about keeping yourself relevant because you picked a poor management. You picked a poor quality of management. And Michael Jackson played the game very well. Because you see, the more higher he rose, the more they were getting more antsy to try to get rid of Michael by any means necessary, because he was getting too powerful for the upper epsilonist elites to control. He was getting too big of a superstar. Like, what kind of superstar drums up that much pure unadulterated fear from corporate elites in the suits in those corporate boardroom meetings and discussing what they need to do about Michael? Because you see, Michael went to the Epstein Island to save kids, not to diddle them like everybody thought for 20 years. They thought for 20 years that he would be that kind of guy. But all the damning evidence of his innocence. Oh, man. All the damning evidence of his existence, of his innocence, had been forced out into the light. And I, in every person, and I'm saying every person, saw an innocent person in Michael. There was no iota of bad things. And what needs to happen is that we all apologize to Michael's family. We all need to do that. We all need to apologize to the King of Pop's family. Dude didn't deserve the unfair backlash he got. Michael Jackson was a good person. He would never in a million years ever hurt a child. But he himself was actually a good person, to be honest. And to be honest, it is the truth. Michael was a helpful person. He was so charismatic that his charisma won naturally and legally and by law won people over. I mean, Michael Jackson was a legally charismatic person. By law, he won people over with his charisma and his kindness. He was absolutely humble and down to earth. He never, ever, ever talked ill about someone. He never talked ill about someone in his music. Sure, Dirty Diana and Billie Jean was something like that. But that's because some numbnut woman decided to, oh, well, why don't we, or a couple of individuals, like, or a couple of women be like, oh, well, why don't we just harass Michael Jackson? One made false allegations of of him being the father of her child. And he denied it, justifiably denied every bit of it. Every bit of the very accusation of being a potential parent. And what he did was make a song, Billie Jean. And what happened is Michael getting like that song out, and after that, quite a ways later in life, Michael ended up making Dirty Diana, because the second woman was like harassing him, like sexually harassing him, and he wasn't interested in Diana. And what Michael Jackson has done was make music. He made music that was absolutely great. His music will still live on. And he was a good person. He was without a shadow of a doubt an innocent man that was crucified in his own home by his own Dr. Conrad or Conroy. Yeah, Conrad Murray or someone or whoever. Well, his doctor, whatever his name is, crucified him. It was a psyop, a crucifixion psyop of a great legend as such as Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a good guy. It's a shame that he was killed. He would have been able to make more music. And to be honest, Michael Jackson was actually a pretty cool dude. And it's a shame that somebody like Michael Jackson had to die. It's just a shame.